This is perhaps Dr. Billy Taylor's most famous song, "I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free," achieving great popularity during the civil rights movement of the 1960s. And it was written right here at the Riverton apartment complex at 138th Street and 5th Avenue, where there's a corner named after Dr. Billy Taylor. Today, during the week of what would have been Dr. Taylor's 97th birthday, friends, family, including his widow Theodora, and jazz lovers gathered to remember his legacy.
Dr. Taylor personified class act. He was always available for the kids. He was an educator. He was selfless. He was an ambassador for jazz. While he himself was a fantastic player himself, he made sure that everybody knew about jazz.
Dr. Billy Taylor was a fabulous jazz pianist who played with all the jazz greats, but perhaps equally important to him was his mission to bring jazz back to the people who could not afford to go to the fancy nightclubs. He founded Jazzmobile, bringing back jazz to the streets of Harlem.
One of his concerns that people who had created jazz as an art form, that is an American art form, were not able to actually hear the music because they could no longer afford to go to the downtown clubs and hear the big names like Dizzy Gillespie and other great musicians. And so he wanted to bring it free to communities like Harlem, communities like Bed-Stuy, and he did that.
Performing Dr. Taylor's music is the Marcus Miller Quartet, whose leader on alto sax loves both music and math and is so inspired by Dr. Taylor's legacy.
We're dealing with a musician of the highest caliber, and we're also dealing with a scholar of the highest caliber. And the ability to communicate that kind of intellect and intelligence and the depth of the music to a wider audience is a legacy that's really important and has to be part of the tradition and part of the music.
And Dr. Taylor's legacy lives on in Jazzmobile and at Summerfest, bringing jazz concerts for free to millions throughout the city. From Harlem, McGee Hickey, Pix 11 News.